Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends! Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Park Spotlight. Today is a very fun, vibrant, exciting theme park. We're going to be looking at FyreLight Gardens, created by ThisDarkEagle, one of our Discord advanced builders. And here they say, Heyo, Channel 5 group, this is the ThisDarkEagle, and you may remember me from the Steelers Creek Mini Park submission for the Mini Park contest a while ago. This mega park has been my main on and off again project for over a year, and I'm proud to show it off to you all. Welcome to FyreLight Gardens. This mega park is home to 10 coasters, many family rides, a hotel. The park's coasters include a GCI Woody, Intamin Blitz, Mac Launch, Aero Looper, B&M Flying Coaster, just to name a few. The park is the first of the FyreLight amusement park chain. There are some uses of items from the Theme Maker toolkit, and credit goes to the authors for those items. Other than that, I created 99% of the park alone. Any feedback is appreciated, and have fun. All right, I'm really excited about this one. As you guys can see from the B-roll, it looks absolutely astonishing. So let's delay no further and get right on into it. All right, welcome back, everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. Gotta say, first impressions are everything. I'm not the biggest fan of this sign made out of tubes. For some reason, it feels very playgroundish. But other than that, that's my only gripe, and that's the first impressions thing. When I look past that, everything looks absolutely amazing. Look at this pathwork down below. It's really cool. So don't be afraid to download some of those custom fonts if you're struggling with fonts. They are on the workshop. Now I do got a little bit of an angry rant here. When I opened up this park, it had 10,000 guests in it, and I know some of you guys are saying, "Oh, Johnny, open the park up to 10,000 guests so we could see a bustling theme park." Well, first of all, you can't do any guests when the park gets too big, and 10,000 almost it's just absolutely insane. The game can't handle that much AI, and trust me, I've done my testing. So at 10,000 guests, this park was getting less than 10 FPS. When you guys save your parks and upload them, set it to 0 guests or 1,000 guests, so we can choose how many we want to let in, have your park closed down, and then we can decide from there how many guests we want to let into the theme park for the day. Now, that's always going to determine what I'm getting for FPS. So right now, with only 2,000 guests that I've decided to let in, I am getting 21 FPS from this angle. But looking at certain spots, and when I was doing the B-roll, other areas seem to jump up to 30. 25 here, 26, 29. So it depends on where you're looking and how much is rendering on the screen at one time. So if you build your park in such a way where you kind of work towards the outside and we're kind of working our way around, you might get a higher frame rate depending on your layout. While this is a mega park, it runs actually exceptionally well, and we are able to let some guests in. However, 2,000 guests in a park this size might seem a little bit barren at times, and they're still kind of navigating their way around from the entrance. So maybe I'll speed it up a little bit and let them spread out a little bit more. But I do agree that it looks amazing when you got the guests kind of wandering about. You got a little bit of an issue here. There are boundaries that you can put to force guests to go around stuff. If you weren't aware of that, there's barriers in the game. So yeah, let's let the guests kind of disperse a little bit here and just kind of take a second to appreciate the giant parking lot, the roads coming in, all the little realism you did with the path work and road work. It's really quite nice. And it's got an interesting theme to about it. You did it in the arid landscape, and it has this kind of arid, almost African Planet Zoo vibe to it. It's interesting, and I like it. It's different. And I'm very happy to see that we can go on play mode with some guests. While it's a mega park, I think you stopped at the right amount of pieces. We've talked about this in previous episodes. I said to people, if you have a high-end rig like me, one of the best you can get, you will get an understanding of what the proper frame rate is. See, some people with lower-end machines, they might get 20 FPS, but then I open it up and I get 60. So if you have a high-end rig, then you should know to stop building and aim for 20 to 30 FPS. Obviously, we all want 60 FPS. We would love 144 FPS. But that's just not realistic considering the game engine capabilities. So if you're going ham with these mini parks, just try to keep an eye on your counter. Once you see it's dipping below 30, go, maybe I should start wrapping things up. And it's hard to foresee that, because if you have a planned area and you hit 30 FPS, you're going to go, oh, well, I want to finish this area. And then the next thing you know, you're running at 10. So you do have to try to compare and see what other people have done and how much you can fit in. But yeah, this is looking really good. So enough about the optimization and frame rates and all that stuff. I did my little rant. Let's sit back and enjoy the park. Starting off with a very simple manic mouse. Here's a look at all the stats if you want to see them. And I'll cut to it when it's ready. Fun little wild mouse. Simple but sweet. I love the work you did with all these buildings. It's very unique art style to them. You have multiple layers. It's got some depth to it. Look at this like awning here. It's quite angled, quite interestingly. And it also counts as like doubles as a balcony. Really cool stuff. Yeah, I quite like this. It's very vibrant. Kind of gives me some Indian vibes. Mixed in with some fantasy. It's quite a mishmash. It's a pirate. I don't know what's going on, but I like it. There's so many different styles here. But it's fun, it's playful, it's unique. And I'm a big fan of unique and different. You know, so many parks that we've seen throughout the years. Wow, look at this one. I'm a big fan of that. Yeah, this like mishmash of Caribbean and Indian and African. It's really quite extraordinary. Now this coaster here, your GCI wooden coaster, I was taking a look at that while I was doing the cinematic and B-roll shots. I'm a huge fan of this. Look at all the custom supports on this thing. 2,000 custom supports. And the way this banks in and weaves around those custom supports, it looks phenomenal. Absolutely sensational. Look at it. It's got curves. It's thick. That's a beautiful coaster right there. Bends into the artwork there. I have to find my way to this entrance. This has got to be one of our first experiences. I probably walked by it knowing me. Well, don't worry. Oh, here we go. Oh boy, that's rough. Kambuku. That font's a little rough. All right. Nice, cozy little shady queue. Look at this. This looks really impressive to me. The lighting of this park is great too. The choice of time of day, really vibrant. Okay, here we are at Kambuku. Green across the board. There's a look at the stats. G-forces are all looking good. 8 airtime counts. 4 seconds of airtime. Riveting experience. We're gonna sit in seat view with the guests. Hopefully we don't get any flailers. Well, we could do look forward. At the back. A little bit better. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Let's check it out. Holy crap, that was riveting. Holy good googly moogly. What? Max speeds are only 56 miles. I mean, say only. That's still pretty fast. I think it's because we were riding the back. It felt like it's just pulling us and whipping us. But look at all the this custom support work that we got to experience as we were whipping through it all. Love the barriers back here. We got pathways going up and over it. Look at this thing. This is sensational. That's a really beautiful coaster layout. I like how low and fast it is to the ground. Everything is off the momentum of that one lift, and it's just flying along. It's freaking amazing, and just the way you integrated it in here, it looks just fabulous. Pathwork looks great around it. This is a proper done theme park right here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it is interesting because there's a lot of realism elements, but then I would say, like, this is outer-worldly in terms of theming. It's quite the mishmash, but you made it work, and I really quite like that. Okay, let's just get lost. Let's go wander along. Look at this. You did the seating area in a park with grass. I like it. Okay. What do we have back there? Is that a Star Loop? Launch coaster? Maybe? Game terms? Oh, look at that. Nice fencing. Jeez. This is so cool. Yeah, I like having the guests in. It's a nice, refreshing change. As long as it still runs okay, and it definitely is running well enough. Hitting that 28, 30 FPS here on the Predator, and that's important for the POV of the coaster mostly, right? We don't want to get on a coaster and have 10 frames a second. It's a slideshow at that point. So, great balance in this one. Great theming, great realism, great detailing, and running well with guests in the park. It's kind of the perfect storm of stuff. Good balance. All right. The Predator with a jungle Aztec vibe. Very cool. Green across the board. Copperhead Strike launched coaster. Okay. 1,800 meters in length. 77 miles per hour. G-forces are on the tippity tip, pulling it through. 4 inversions and 12 airtime counts at 6 seconds of total airtime. That is remarkable. What? Spoiler alert. Let's yeah, we don't want the flailers, so we're gonna just look forward. Or better yet, front bumper. Oh, I really quite like that. Holy good googly moogly with the high speeds banking left to right, near miss, flying through the jungle. That was exhilarating. Lots to look at, great scenery, insane speeds, a beautiful drop of a max drop of 50 meters. That's a great experience. Really, really well done. Wow, we're off to a good start. Two really phenomenal coaster experiences with top-notch theming. This is really wicked. The Shaman's Hideout. What are you hiding back here? Shaman? A coaster, maybe? Mm-hmm. Corkscrew? Looping American Corkscrew Classic. 3 inversions, 3 airtime counts. Pretty chill, but should be a good time. I do want to do a seat view. We'll switch it up from coaster to coaster. Simple but sweet. Does the job for a corkscrew. Doesn't need to be overcomplicated. And that was the Boa. Twisting around like a snake. Where are we off to next? Going deeper into this jungle. They're brewing some concoctions. The shaman making elixirs. Witch is doing magic. She's a warlock. Warlock of the jungle. Look at these buildings. They're so vibrant and wacky. I quite like it. The Oasis. Ooh. Alright, got the adobe buildings going on here. A log flume. It's not the craziest log flume. Looks very simple. Not really integrated into the terrain. I think we can pass on this one. You guys can see it there. You go up, you go down. Hard pass for me. Although, how's the river rapids looking? Yeah, there's not a lot of theming back here. Pretty dry, little empty. Not a lot of scenery until the second half here. It's feeling a little unfinished. I think there's a little bit of missed potential there on the river rapids personally. I like this wall work here. The building integrated into the mountainside. Mm-hmm. All right. Steel top? Or is this a woody? We went down the exit. I know. Wooden monster. Red stats. Not a lot of G-forces. Pretty mild. Average speed's 8. Not a whole lot going on here. No guests want to get on this one here yet. Which means we could ride seat view and not have any worries of flailers. So let's check it out. Boom! There it is, the Tigress. Wooden coaster. All right, wow. What do we have here? That looks like a dive coaster to me. Look at all the lockers. Don't lose your keys on this dive coaster. Might have to check out that swing ride. Gonna beat you guys to the coaster here. Q-Works have been really good on these coasters. Big fan. There it is. Dive-a-thon. Yep. Hawk. What's the biggest drop? 45 meters. Okay. Ride middle seat. Let's go. That one guy. It's so funny to me. Just one guy freaking out. Oh, I really want to see this. Sun flare. No one's getting on this. Why? This would freak the hell out of me. I've been on chair swing rides, but not like... Look how high we're going. We're just hanging on by chains. No way in hell would I get on this. Not a chance. That would freak the living bejesus out of me. I'm freaked out in the video game. Look at all the vertigo there. That chain snaps and, well... My God, I don't even want to think about it. It's super freaky. But look at the beautiful park from here. Stunning. Okay, I'm getting dizzy. Oh, legitimately. I'd go on this one. Even that one freaks me out, to be honest. What do we got down here? An exit. Next to a queue. NNKI Nanka. NNKI. Ooh. Oh, maybe we do nighttime on this one. What do we have here? Impulsion 1 Viper. Is that a boomerang? I think so. All right, well, there's a look at the stats. I'll cut to it when it's ready. Great. Great, great, great. Nighttime lighting is missing a little bit on the exterior, but looks great on the interior. And here's the exits. Let's wander further down and see what we find back here. Looks like we have an inverted coaster. Hangar 2. Pilot's place. Get your kayaks. I gotta do some more kayaking this summer. I don't know how many of you heard the story of me kayaking last summer, but I was in the sun so long we went like 25, 30 miles in blistering heat. And I literally got third-degree burns all across my back and shoulders. My whole body blistered up. It was horrible. Like things you wouldn't even imagine in nightmares. And I have scars all over my back and shoulders now. They have not gone away. It's a permanent scarring. Pretty bad stuff. My dad pushed it a little too hard, I think. It's horrible. Next time, I'm not going for a 10-hour trip. All right, Pterror. What do we have? Flying Stingray. Ah, not inverted at all. You tricked me. That one's taking off. Let's do this. I'm gonna look down just a little bit because she's looking down. We're just gonna look down a little bit. Really awesome. I love the flying elements. Flipping us upside down, spinning it around. Great track layout, super smooth. It's good. Again, a little bit tucked off to the side and barren over here. I don't know what happened to the back half of your park. It completely pales in comparison to what you did back here. I think you just got to the back and ran out of FPS and steam. Which is what I was talking about earlier in the episode. I think if you would have just done this as your park, it would have been great. But it's okay to have some of these areas back here because these are still fun experiences. But maybe just a few more trees, rocks, paintwork, and just a couple extra buildings and scenery pieces. It doesn't need a whole lot more, to be honest. And the integration leading up to it is really nice. So it's like 90% there. Okay. There's so much to explore here. Go-karts? I'm kind of compelled. Buy him a shoe. Look at this. Speed 2. I'm not going to race these today. I'm just going to sit back, pick a driver, preferably one that's kind of in the mid, so we can see some people be in front of us, see who we pass, who passes us. Let's check it out. Just going to look around and enjoy the scenery on this one. One lap on this? It's quite short. I think a two-lapper would have worked better. The track isn't too dynamic. I would have liked to see a little bit more crossover and height variation. It's pretty flat, but the theming's all really nice. The stuff you put along the sides, and there's a lot to look at. It's really quite nice. I'm a fan. Okay, we've been back there. That's the wooden coaster that we saw, so we've looped back around. Let's go see what's down here. That's quite the queue. That's quite the coaster. Is that a stand-up? Neat. Floorless. Floorless! There you go. The floorless corkscrew. There's a look at the stats if you guys want to see them. It's called the Viper. We're going to go in the middle seat. They shouldn't have flailers because of the harnesses over the shoulders, so it should be fine. Let's go. Well, she managed to weasel her arms out there anyway. Ah, crap. Well, what can you do? Fun coaster. Look at that. That's the hotel back there. Maybe we should go check that out and see if there's any specialty VIP rooms. Mako. Looks like it's a Giga or a Hyper. Room. Whoop. Here we go. Giga Invincible. Green across the board. 66 miles per hour, 1,000 meters in length, 8 airtime counts, 5.5 seconds of airtime. Beautiful. This should be riveting. I think we got to do track view on this one. All right, awesome. Now we're approaching the hotel room. Let's see what this is all about. Oh, look at that. We can enjoy the sun, go for a swim. Gosh, it makes me want to go swimming. I haven't been swimming in a very, very long time. I'm terrible at swimming, too. Mawa Hotel. Nothing on the inside. Holy crap, you really put a lot of hotel boxes in there. A little bit overkill. Ooh, Mine Train Canyon Runner. Swinging Mine Train. Oh, nice. Barcast. Poison. I think the actual term, I'm gonna butcher it, is a guzlar. Let's check it out. And we have the Typhoon Barcast. Let's look at all the stats. I think we could do seat for this guy. Let's check it out. Boom! All right, very fun. Poison. Pink poison. Cool. There you go. Okay. Now, the creator did ask for feedback, and I haven't given a whole lot so far. Just a very minor bit. And I don't really have a lot for you, but we'll talk about it at the end of the episode here. I do have something that I want to add in, which I kind of hinted at earlier. Where's the cue for this? Oh, it's back here. The Rolling Hills. So we were in the right spot. This may be the last ride experience. I'll double check the ride list, make sure we didn't forget anything. Rolling Hills, it's a swinging mine train coaster. We're gonna have to go in seat view for this one so we can experience that swing. Maybe what we can do is, I think look forward, it still gives you the swing, so we can pop up, oh crap. We can pop up above the people, and maybe we'll do another back trainer. Okay, a little bit tame on that one, but good for the family, I guess. It just felt like there's a little bit more lift than there was coaster, and we didn't really go exploring that much. I would have loved to go in and out of the mountain a little bit more, but not too bad. All right, let me double check the ride list. Give me a second, guys. I'll cut to it after I've checked. Okay, looks like we missed the Jungle Leaper, which is the fun Hop the Gap's wooden side friction coaster. Just gonna throw it in test mode so we can get on it right away, and we'll do seat view. All right, cool. Back to the ride list. All right, looks like we hit them all. Very cool. There's a final look at the park from a bird's eye view. Beautiful detailing, fun layout, great navigation, great pathing, great bits of realism around the outside and throughout the park. I mean, there's so much really cool, vibrant theming done here. My favorite's got to be the GCI wooden coaster in the middle here with all the custom supports. Just so beautiful. One of the first things you see when you enter the park. I really quite like that experience. And my second favorite was this one over here, the Predator Copperhead Strike launched coaster. Really like that. Very exploration, fast, furious, intense, beautifully done. What was your favorite coaster and why? Leave your comments down below, which you liked. Now, my final conclusive thoughts. I think that everything you've done here is very high quality, very detailed. They did say they submitted something to the mini park contest. Let me quickly look at what that was. It says Steelers Creek, and from what I remember, that was the story about the werewolf with the footprints everywhere, if my memory serves me correct. And it was a Western mini park. This is miles improvements from your mini park submission. Really quite impressive. So it shows that you're growing as a builder and you know, elevating your work. I like everything you've done here as in terms of like really elevating it, take you to the next level. I think the only thing you're missing is a little bit of exterior polish, and you can mask some of this stuff. Like you can kind of hide this like cut here by just blending the water here so it falls off, or putting some trees and some mountains and stuff like that. Or, you know, there's ways to mask those hard lines when you know you're going up a lift. That's the only thing you see. It's looking a little bit work in progress and unpolished. I think you could just kind of do a little bit more extra painting, a couple extra sparse trees and things about, and just kind of touch things up. There's just certain areas that when you, from a certain angle, you know, for the most part, you're on the ground level, you're not seeing most of that. But when the coaster's going up high on the lifts and stuff, and it's clearly pointing towards that, I mean, you could have even just made the lift come up this way, and I think that would have been a way better vista of your whole park. So, you know, it's where you choose to angle your, only build what you need to see is the kind of the saying. But with that, we are seeing certain aspects of the park that are looking a little bit unfinished or immersion breaking in the sense that it's you know, hitting the drop off of the map. And I think you can mask that a little bit more with some trees and some environmental details. And you know, like I said with the river rapids, it felt a little bit unfinished. Log flumes can be very fun and adventurous. I think if you would have taken that, had like a creek coming through here, and the log flume kind of passes by some of these, you know, custom supports over here, and have some cool bridges and stuff going across, a couple waterfalls. You could have made this like a really immersive experience and brought it back through some tunnels and add a little bit more of an exploration there. Same with the river rapids, just a little bit of polish there. But for the most part, like it's very solid, and I think that's a very minor bit of feedback. You know, it's fine to have coasters that are unthemed or off to the side. We've seen it many times, but you know, just a little bit of fencing or exterior layout, it could go a long way. So for me, it's like it's all there. It's just a few things need to be hidden or masked or detailed in such a way that it's not as noticeable. Because if we look at the park from this angle, it looks just perfect. I love it. And you know, you ran out of steam, you ran out of parts, you ran out of frames, and that's quite understandable. But you know, that would have been the last thing taking it over the top for me. It's just a little bit of exterior polish, and that's the cherry on top. But I can't take anything away from you. I really enjoyed this. You know, it's very fun. You know, if I were to give this a rating, it's going to be like a 4.9 out of 5. I think just that last little bit of exterior polish is where it needed. So, I mean, it's very close. And there's a lot of fun theming here, really great coasters. It's vibrant, playful. We had guests in the park today. It's one of the very few mega parks that we've been able to go around and ride 13, 14 different coasters and have the guests in the park wandering around with us. It's perfect. It's the perfect size. I really give you bonus points and credit for actually getting your exterior parking lot, doing all that realism and really working everything in, but also maintaining that frame rate. So for me, it's the full package. I was expecting this to run at less than 10 FPS. It was when we had 10,000 guests at the very beginning, but after a few adjustments, reducing things down to 2K, it's really quite a nice experience overall. Very happy with this mega park in terms of the overall experience, from riding the coasters at full frame, seeing everything in full lighting. By the way, we didn't really get a good look at the nighttime lighting. Is there any. There's a little bit. It's a little bit spotty. It's a little dark. There's nothing really highlighting or standing out other than the parking lot. But yeah, I don't think it was intended for night, but you put the lights in just in case. So maybe a sunset or something would work a little bit better, like maybe a 7 or 8 p.m., maybe a little earlier, 6 p.m. Why is it not changing? 5 p.m.? What? Why is the sunset so early? Yeah, I don't know. It was perfect at 12 p.m., the time that you chose, and which is the time we explored the park at. So, boom. I love it. Very vibrant, very playful, beautiful work on this one today from ThisDarkEagle. Amazing stuff. Keep up the good work, and I can't wait to see what you do next. I think you said this is the first of a franchise. I'm gonna double look. Park is the first of the FyreLight amusement park chain, so I take it you have more things planned. Can't wait to see what your next biome and theme is for the FyreLight amusement park series, and I look forward to featuring the next one. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down below for myself and ThisDarkEagle. I'm sure he would love to read, or they would love to read your comments. And that's going to do it for me in today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.